the season that the Moose Jaw Warriors had hoped for, but it was a great battle all the way to the end here in this whole season for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Let's take a look at the game scoring summary. We'll have your 3 stars coming up in a little bit as well. We'll also hear from the Warriors locker room and head coach Mark O'Leary coming up in a little bit, but we'll start with the game scoring summary. It was a good start for the Warriors. They had a lot of chances early on in this hockey game, but Winnipeg weathered that early storm and then were able to take the crowd out of it with 2 goals in 51 seconds. Zach Ostapchuk gets his 7th of the playoffs at 10:49 in the first period, and then Vladislav Shiloh gets his 3rd of the playoffs at 11:40, and the Winnipeg Ice were rolling after that. It made it 2-0 after 1, and then it was the Warriors needed something early in that second period, and it was Winnipeg who got it. Connor McLennan scores 28 seconds into the second, gets his 2nd of the night just a minute 52 later, his 7th of the playoffs. That would be the game-winning goal and game insurance goal, and he would get the Ice just cruising after that. Graham Sword, 2nd of the playoffs at 6:12, made it 5-0. Then Connor Geeky's 5th of the playoffs at 7:33 made it 6-0 for the Winnipeg Ice. The Warriors would get on the board with a power play goal from Denton Matejchuk midway through the period. It came at 9:25. That broke up the shutout and got the Warriors some momentum, but later in the period, Connor Geeky was able to squash that, his 2nd of the night, 5th in the last 2 games of this series, and that came at 17:54. Made it 7-1. Evan Friesen made it 8-1 for the Winnipeg Ice after 2 periods, scoring with just a minute 27 left in that second period. His 3rd of the playoffs made it 8-1 after 2 periods of play. And then the Warriors, it's a tough 3rd period when you're down 8-1 in an elimination game. Warriors do get a power play goal late from Jagger Firkus at 18:13, his 10th of the playoffs. The Firkus Circus was great in these playoffs for the Warriors. Another big one here tonight. Ryder Korzak gets a couple of assists in the game for the Warriors, and they go 2 for 2 on the power play. Their power play clicked all throughout the series. In this one, needed more 5-on-5 as the Winnipeg Ice go 0 for 1 on the power play, score 8 even strength goals on their way to the victory here in this one tonight. So Warriors falling 8-1 to the Winnipeg Ice. 8-2 to the Winnipeg Ice. Tough way to end the season. Warriors did outshoot Winnipeg 10-9 in that 3rd period, but the shots were 40-27 overall for the Ice in this hockey game. As I mentioned, tight first period. Winnipeg 16 shots to the Warriors 11. Warriors had some great chances, but it was that second period early on. It just Winnipeg struck early and kept rolling, and things got away from Moose Jaw after that. As I mentioned, power plays, Moose Jaw 2 for 2. Winnipeg 0 for 1 on the night with the advantage. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of the hockey game. And your 3rd star, I believe with a goal and 3 points, is Vladislav Shiloh with a goal and 3 points in the hockey game. He was a +3 on the night. 2nd star, Connor Geeky, 2 goals, 3 points as well. He was a +4. That line with Shiloh was dominant here in this hockey game. And then your 1st star of the night is Connor McLennan, gets 2 goals, which ended up being really the turning point in this hockey game. 2 goals in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds of that second period. Allowed the Ice to get going and pull away in this hockey game and gave them the victory. So Connor McLennan, your 1st star of the night. I would be remiss if I don't mention, though, the Warriors, 3 20-year-olds graduating here after this game. Ryder Korzak with 2 assists on the night. He great 4-year career with the Moose Jaw Warriors as well. Logan Dalheniuk came over from the Edmonton Oil Kings, had a great season, was a key part of the Warriors as they pushed down the stretch. Played a hard physical game here in the playoffs. It was great to have him on the Moose Jaw Warriors as well. Connor Unger made 28 saves here tonight in the loss, and was the Warriors' MVP for much of the season as he played some lights out hockey. I don't think they would be here in the second round without Connor Unger. So great season for all 3 of them as they wrap up their WHL careers. We'll take a quick break. and then we'll come back. We'll hopefully hear from Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary next here on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
It's where co-workers gather for team lunches. It's where first dates feel a little less awkward. It's where friends are treated like family. It's the Mad Greek.
Thank you for 20 years of local love and support.
We can't wait for the next 20 years. We love Moose Jaw.
Dine in, take out, or delivery for the best ribs in town. Pizzas, pastas, and authentic Greek cuisine. It's the taste of tradition at the Mad Greek, 925 Main Street North, Moose Jaw.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to go through the Warriors' Game 6 loss here to the Winnipeg Ice to wrap up the season. Let's now head down to the Warriors' locker room where I'm being joined by head coach Marc O'Leary after tonight's game. And Coach, obviously not the way you guys drew this one up here tonight, but I guess give us a feel of what it's like in the locker room as the season ends here for the team.
Real quiet. Wanted to finish the season. It's going to mouth for a long time here. And like we seems the heart, the I thought we missed some opportunities early on to get on the back the other way and capitalize. So tough night all around.
Just give us some thoughts on this season for this team. I know disappointing to end here in the second round. This team had pretty high aspirations coming into this year, but overall some great development in this squad and some big moments throughout the year that this team can build off going into next season.
As season goes on, we'll positives of the season. And the fact that we're playing a heck of a team. I mean, the best in the country for most of this will continue their playoff run. So we lost to a really good team, but like you said, we had high aspirations for this year. But at the end of the day, there's only going to be one team that heads to the off season happy, and
Awesome. Well, thanks very much, Coach. I appreciate you joining me throughout the season here on the post-game show, and congratulations on a great year with the team, despite the loss here tonight. Thanks to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. It was a tough loss for this team. I know you can see how much passion Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary has for this team. I know they will let this one simmer for a bit and use it as motivation going into next season as the Warriors come back and return a lot of the core of this team heading into next year. But tough one here tonight as the Warriors season ends with an 8-2 loss to the Winnipeg Ice in Game 6. Thank you to all the fans who tuned in here on IKS Media Warriors Live throughout the season. It's been great to have you join us here through the ups and downs, technical difficulties aside throughout the year. But it's been a great season as we continue to try to grow this broadcast and bring you everything Warriors here throughout the year. So we'll continue to try to improve the broadcast and bring you more insight into this hockey team as we head into next season. But thank you for tuning in here tonight on IKS Media Warriors Live.